exactly the same clothes as my Tinder video, sorry, but I filmed these in, what's the word? One after another, but what is the word? Oh my god. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ellen if you're new here, and I have JIA, and I am starting on Humeria soon, hopefully. So I want to do like a series talking about starting on Humeria, what it's like, how it's helping, all that kind of stuff. So I thought I'd start off with a video talking about, I've made loads of videos talking about my health on this channel, so if you want to know more about like my being diagnosed and what medication I've been on so far, there is a whole health playlist that I'll leave linked down below, but this is purely just talking about like starting on Humeria. So I have been on methotrexate, didn't work for me, messed up my liver. Then I went on to sulfasalazine, didn't work for me, gave me the worst migraines I've ever had in my whole life. I couldn't do anything but moan about them, basically. They were really awful. And so third option now is biologics, and I'm being put onto Humeria. So I've got uveitis, which is the Humeria is going to be used for, and then my JAA, and it's affecting a lot of joints at the moment. So they did like the test where they like touch all your joints, and then you have to have a certain amount inflamed and a certain amount swollen to be put onto Humeria. So I obviously passed the test. I am not very well at the moment. My knees are really bad, but I'd been on steroid tablets which were masking a lot of my symptoms, so I basically had to reduce those so I'd have a bit of a flare up to be qualified for Humeria, which sucked, but it is what it is, and I'm getting Humeria now. So if you don't know Humeria, it's a biologic, I think they call it, and it's through an injection. You do it, so it's the same kind of injection pen as you use for methotrexate, like a kind of EpiPen style thing. And for me, it's going to be an injection I do every 2 weeks. It's going to be delivered to my house, and then I think a sharps collector. I'm going to get like a sharps bin, and then I'm going to have to give my sharps back. So that is the process that's going to happen. I need to be taught how to inject. So that's going to happen soon as well. I'm going to get a call from them. But a spanner in the works. So obviously when you're being put onto a biologic, because they are so strong, you have to be tested for TB, tuberculosis. Because even if you have latent TB, because the medication is so strong, it can reawaken TB, like if you've got it in your body, give you TB, which you don't really want. So I went to the chest clinic and I had my little patch test. God, that was like 3 months ago now, but for about 2 months you could still see my little patch test. I have latent TB. My doctor said because I live in London, which is a high risk area, it's probably quite common that a lot of people will have it. But latent TB means I can't give TB to anybody, but I've been around someone with active TB in close proximities enough for them to give it to me. So yeah, I've got TB, and well, I've got latent TB, so I've got to go on TB treatment. So I'm a month into TB treatment now, which is basically like a mad strong course of antibiotics, which should have, and touch wood on what I'm about to say, but should have really, really awful side effects. They were describing the side effects to me and I was like, just keep me with the TB, to be honest. I don't really mean that obviously, but the side effects were really awful, but by some miracle, because like medication usually doesn't sit well with me, by some miracle I have had no side effects at all to it. I am like more or less totally fine. Like I'm achy, but I've got arthritis, so I can power through being achy. And my pee is literally the colour of Lucozade, but other than that, nothing, and I am so thankful for that. But when I've been on it about 6 weeks, that's when we can start on Humeria, because my TB doctor's happy that it's all going well and that I've got no dodgy symptoms or anything, so they're kind of cool for me to start on the Humeria 6 weeks into my TB treatment. Obviously you have to finish this course of TB treatment, you have to do the whole 3 months, even if you're having horrific side effects, because if you stop it early, that can also reawaken TB, so it's like a whole spiral. So I went and saw my rheumatologist yesterday, and he's like happy to get me started on it. He asked if I wanted a steroid injection as well. If you haven't had had one before. They're just a injection in your butt, a really strong dose of steroids. I used to have them in my eye, but a less strong dose, so I'm quite good with injections and all that kind of stuff, and I'm hoping that's going to mean that I'm quite good with injecting myself with Humeria. I think obviously at first it's going to be so weird. I might have to get someone to help me with my first ones, or not even help me, just sit and be with me, because I know it's going to be really weird, and I'm going to spend a summer with bruisey legs. I also bruise so easily as well. I think it's part of having hypermobility, you bruise really easily. And bruise really, like, that's the blood, I don't know how to show you that. That's the end of a blood test bruise I got like 3 weeks ago. Like, I literally bruise so easy, and so I think I'm probably going to get quite bad bruises. I'm going to try and do it really high up on my leg. If you'd like to kind of go through that process with me, I probably won't show anything like injecting like too graphic, but I can show you through like how I do it and stuff. As someone that's just starting, I think that could be really useful, so do let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. The camera died, so I'm filming the end of this on my phone, but basically, if I would just want to say, if you've been on Humeria before, then, or you're on it now, then please let me know everything about it. I'm really like interested, and like I really want to learn some more about it, basically, and there's only so much you can read online. I always think it's better to find other people's like personal experiences about something as well. So yeah, that is everything, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're up following this journey with me, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.